YouTube Niner Empire 49er injury updates following last night's win versus the Atlanta Falcons. What a freaking game that was. If you guys haven't checked out my post-game recap video to that last night, definitely go check that out. Starting with Brock Purdy, we just got an update on Brock Purdy just about an hour ago. He is likely a reach to play Week 8 versus the Houston Texans. Kyle Shanahan also said that it wasn't a turf thing with Houston's turf. Obviously, 49ers playing in Houston next week. He said it has nothing to do with the turf, but that kind of indicates that Mac Jones is likely in line to start once again for the Niners in Week 8. I have no idea at this point when Purdy's going to come back. They're clearly waiting until he is 100% healthy. I think the biggest thing with that is turf toe is such a weird injury. I don't think anybody knows how long it's going to take until Purdy is finally back and 100% healthy. I would like to think if it's not this week against Houston, maybe it's week 9. But at this point, I was almost certain that he was going to be in line to play this upcoming week versus the Texans. And according to some reports, that is likely not going to be the case. And Mac Jones will likely get the start again. So we will see what happens with that. That's going to be one to monitor. Obviously, he hasn't fully been ruled out, but 49ers plan on reevaluating him this week along with Ricky Pearsall. I think Ricky Pearsall would have a good chance to play Week 8. I think he's definitely in a much better spot than Purdy is at this point, but still going to be something worth kind of monitoring throughout the week. Practice statuses and things like that. In other news, Jake Brendel got hurt last night. Has a hamstring injury. He's going to be out a couple of weeks with a hamstring injury. Matt Hennessy, 49ers backup center, ended up coming in when Brendel got hurt, and I thought Matt Hennessy played pretty good overall in place of Jake Brendel. So looks like Matt Hennessy will be the starter at center moving forward, of course, until Brendel is going to be able to come back. Again, it's a couple weeks for Jake Brendel. Hamstring injury, those are weird. Hamstring injury just kept Kittle out over a month. We'll see what happens there. Bryce Huff, this is a big one because there wasn't any point in the game last night where I seen this injury. Bryce Huff has a hamstring injury and is also likely going to be out a couple weeks. When that happened, I have no idea. That's not ideal. None of these injuries are ideal, let alone Bryce Huff. 49ers already lost Nick Bosa. They're banged up all along the defensive line. Yetur Gross-Matos is still not back. Who knows what they're going to do at defensive end? I have no idea what the plan is there. We're going to have to. Maybe they make a move for a defensive end. I don't know at this point. Just it's a common theme with this team this year. One guy goes down and it's just like a domino effect, and they just simply can't come out of a game fully healthy. So again, Bryce Huff, Jake Brendel, both of those guys out a couple weeks with hamstring injuries. Renardo Green, who suffered the toe injury last night, seems like he avoided a serious injury. It's not turf toe, according to Kyle Shanahan, and he's considered day-to-day this week. So that's good news. I think, we know what happens with turf toe. I mean, Purdy's got it right now, and it's kept him out pretty much half of a season. May even keep him out over half the season. Thank God he avoided turf toe. Darrell Luter Jr. came in last night for the injured Renardo Green, and I thought he played okay for the most part, but he definitely didn't play as good as Renardo Green would have. I think Renardo Green was actually playing pretty well up until he got hurt. So Renardo Green day-to-day has the toe injury. Again, according to Kyle Shanahan, it is not turf toe. So that is the silver lining there. But I'll keep you guys updated throughout the week on these injuries. Again, the biggest one is going to be Brock Purdy. He hasn't been ruled out. But again, according to some reports on Twitter, Cam Inman in particular, Cam Inman said that he was likely going to be a reach to play this upcoming week versus the Houston Texans. So we'll see what happens. I'll continue to keep you guys updated. As always, go Niners. Big win last night. If you guys haven't watched my post-game recap video, again, go check that out. Phenomenal win. And 5-2 on to Houston. Stay tuned on these injury updates. I'll see you guys in the next one.